Sound Miriam?
Good evening. Well, thank you so much for such an introduction. And yeah, and good evening, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, dear guests. So I'm really glad that we are here all today in this press conference for the Indigenous International Women's Day Conference for 2022. As a president of American International Education Federation and president chairperson of the Global Women Development Network, it's my pleasure to inaugurate this conference, which is the press conference of the Indigenous International Women's Day Conference 2022. Our conference is going to be on March 4th. It's going to be for around a week or about a week. It's going to be dealing with the women's issues and working on women empowerment in all the fields. The IIWDS 2022, which is the Indigenous International Women's Day Conference 2022, is organized by the American International Education Federation and Global Women Development Network and CDF, which is Community Development Foundation. And we're going in this conference, that the one that's gonna be on March, we're gonna engage 50 countries with more than 100 women leaders as representatives of their, connecting more than 50 nations by involving Indigenous women, taking their issues and making them involved and all the rights under 10 defined development sectors. Also making progress with agreed specific indicators along with a set of standards for almost 500,000 women across the globe. This is a huge exercise that will enable us to move towards strong networking and partnerships. The vision of the global conference stated that no woman should be denied their choices, a choice to know, a choice to learn, a choice to implement, a choice to accelerate, a choice of investment, and finally to be able to choose a better life by building stronger and thriving families, communities, and nations, highlighting the most important thing, which is empowering the women and shining leaders through this global platform. Women and girls face many challenges and multiple forms of discriminations associated especially with their indigenous identity, their gender, culture, religion, and languages. This is a significant obstacle to the and
apologies, Dr. Tmara, apologies. Could everybody please mute themselves, please, while a speaker is speaking? Thank you very much. Dr. Tmara, please carry on.
Well, also, please, Miriam, you're the host. You have to begin recording or you have to make me co-host. We're not recording now, we're live. So I apologize Dr. Tamara. We'll have to do a Hollywood do-over. So Miriam, could you please begin recording? Thank you.
So is Miriam here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you start recording?
So these functions are not highlighted on my picture. So I think so already you are the host of the meeting, so you can do from your side.
I mistakenly typed in my name as yours, Miriam. So you are showing as host.
Okay.
There we go. Very good.
There we go.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Okay, so yeah, so again, ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, you're all welcome, and I'm really glad that we're here to be in this conference, the press conference for Indigenous International Women's Day Conference for 2022. And me as a president of American International Education Federation and the Global Women Development Network, welcome everybody here. And it's my pleasure to inaugurate this conference, the press conference of the Indigenous International Women Conference for 2022. The IIWDS 2022 will be a week-long conference, and it's going to be starting next March 4th to March 8th, and it's organized by the American International Education Federation, Global Women Development Network, and CDF, which is the Community Development Foundation. We're going to engage around 50 countries, connecting with more than 100 women around the globe. And they're going to be all leaders and representatives of their countries, connecting more than 50 nations and tribes by involving Indigenous women, taking their issues and rights under 10 defined development sectors, also making progress with agreed specific indicators along with set standards for almost 500,000 women across the globe. This huge exercise that will be enabled to move towards strong networking and partnership. The vision of this global conference states that no woman should be denied these choices: a choice to know, a choice to learn, a choice to implement, and a choice to accelerate. A choice of investment, and finally, to be able to choose a better life by building stronger and thriving families, communities, and nations. And we're here to empower these women and highlighting them as a shining leaders through this global platform. Women and girls face many challenges and multiple forms of discrimination associated especially with their Indigenous identity, their gender, culture, religion, and languages. This is a significant obstacle to capacity and potential of Indigenous women and girls to exercise their rights to participate fully in society. It also limits their access to opportunities to equal and better education, healthcare, and justice, along with their participation in socio-economic, cultural, and political decision-making and capacity building processes. We are here working on women empowerment and shaping the future, whereas the gender equality societies are more prosperous and economic conditions will be more powerful. Education will be accessible for all. Good health will be the priority for all families and nations. The Indigenous International Women's Day Conference 2022 will be addressing their rights loud and clear, make their groups of women to take active part of joining others in contributing in a week-long virtual conference starting from 4th of March until 8th of March of 2022. The objectives of the second annual IIWDC 2022 are to review, analyze different approaches, tools aimed to building safe and inclusive working environment to achieve economic growth through women, to build strong capacity with local level civil society in order to mobilize community-wide support for safe and inclusive actions in the environment, and to assess lessons learned and good practices developed on enhancing women's rights and inclusion in the activities of their communities. The IIWDC 2022 will be again from the 4th till the 8th of the next March. The International Women's Day is a separate, accelerated, and we are celebrating annually on 8th of March. This event, it offers opportunities to reflect the progress we made, to call all the change, and to celebrate acts of courage and determination by ordinary women who have played an extraordinary role in the history of their countries and communities. In the light of previous year, last March, we held the conference and it was chapter number 1. And this year it's gonna be the chapter number 2, which is a group of like-minded women leaders will be joining us from gonna be joining us for this year, and for last year around 17 countries participations we had from leaders of women around the globe who almost every field they have an activities, they have an achievements, and we are all proud of them. They lead business processes of economic development, running businesses, establishing businesses, venture as successful entrepreneurs, building communities, leading nations, serving at top level in different institutions while caring for their families and communities. The IIWD as a DC 2022 is going to be a continuous process for 21, which was a week-long virtual celebration, was celebrated all women, particularly those leading changes for women empowerment and equality. We encouraged all women through their initiatives, ideas, proposals and suggestions to live their work, their desired dreams, their targets, and everything they're looking for. The conference was based on do not wait. It's you right, and the world needs you now more than ever through the points that we mentioned. Which is a charter of demands. That was curved at the closing of the conference. So we had a lot of goals last year, and we achieved it all. And this year we even proceed in a process and having wider and more goals and targets to achieve through our women around the globe. And we are really proud to host and to welcome all the women leaders around the globe. And this year it's going to be more participations, more women leaders around the globe. And let me mention here that a lot of men around the globe are really participating and supporting women, and really thankful for all of them, all the men who's been with us supporting women. Realizing the importance of international cooperation to improve the living conditions of women, we established this conference to secure a better standard of living and better future of women. We're looking to have a better future, shaping our future together in order to achieve the desired goals through the IIWDC 2022 this year of the conference. We are looking to bring together the concerned authorities, scholars, experts, decision makers, and international organizations, and present the vision and objectives, then discuss working papers, researches, and studies, and come up with the solutions to implement it right away in a very soon future. I want here to extend my sincere thanks and appreciation to all the team and everybody who's participating with us, and all media parties who's joining us today, and to all those who participated in the conference, and looking forward to see all your efforts and joining us in our conference, which is going to be in March. Again, our conference is looking to give the woman more power, to make her more impactful in her communities. In general, we're looking for women empowerment in all the fields and give her the opportunity to proceed and to establish all her dreams and to have a real vital role in her communities. That's why we have a huge targets. We need to work on it. We have an agenda, we have strategies, and we are all here to make it happening. Again, thank you so much. And I will leave the opportunity for all my team to introduce and have a presentation about the conference, which is going to be on March. We're going to start with Mariam and then so on. And after that, we're going to have the opportunity for all the journalists with us today to have their questions. Then we're going to have the press release, and we're going to have the material to be handed to and delivered to all the media parties that are participating with us, that all this material. And then after that, we will be even having more material if needed, and then we're going to be ready for the conference. Thank you so much, and let's proceed.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tamar. That is the phenomenal Dr. Tamar, who's chairperson of and vice president of American International Education Federation, and the president of International Indigenous Day, Women's Day Conference. Thank you so much.